Good evening and welcome to episode 29 of the Clash of the Reds podcast. I'm your host for today, Dawg, and it's been another interesting week's worth of football. Arsenal have now gone 5 points clear at the top after their demolition of Fulham. It was a pretty convincing win from a side that has appeared more nervous than David Beckham when he's been asked to read something. It has been a tough year for Arsenal. In January, they were aiming for the quadruple. In February, it was the treble. In March, it was the double. In April, it's been nothing but trouble. And if Arsenal lose to West Ham in May, it will be double trouble with the side serving of blowing bubbles. Then there was the big one. And no, that's not my ex describing my impressive manhood. Arsenal were held to a drab 1-1 draw against their fellow Harambe opponents, Atletico Madrid. A game so haram that even Al Jazeera refused to show the highlights. A game so haram that even the nicest spokesperson refused to take responsibility for it. I note that Arsenal fans last week were pretty offended by my joke about being compared to a bucket of shit. So I would like to offer an extended apology, I should say. My sincerest apologies to the bucket of shit community for being compared to Arsenal. Very offensive. Then there was Manchester United, who sealed a thrilling win against Liverpool at Old Trafford. A venue which has previously seen them praising Salah after the violations from Mohamed Salah was filled in ecstasy as Kobbie Mainoo sealed a stunning winner. Fun fact, but with every goal a migrant scores at United, the racist Horcrux regarding Jim Ratcliffe's soul becomes weaker. And in the last few moments, Man City have stolen the last-minute equaliser against Everton, ending 3-3. And with that, the fate of football's future is hanging in the balance, as it suggests a longer-awaited Arsenal title is looking more and more likely. As usual, I'm joined by my esteemed colleagues. We are a bit short today with Tam and Omar not making their presence, but we do miss them and think about them, especially Danyaal with his gooning tactics. We have our resident gooner, a man whose favourite words in a dictionary are arse and anal, which naturally explains why he's an Arsenal fan. It's Danyaal. Good to see you back, sir.
What's up, dog? How are you, man?
Very well, sir. And then, of course, we have our own fake Liverpudlian, a man who has more GCSEs than Liverpudlian or Scout supporters have brain cells. It's Zahid. Good to meet you again, sir.
Good to be back, bro. Good to be back.
Right. Well, with that in mind, let's get cracking. Should we start off with the Arsenal game, or what do you think? Good place to start?
I mean, we might as well get it cracking, get over with,
Let's
right?
get over it. Danyaal, your thoughts,
Danyaal.
please.
I guess my immediate thoughts really turned to what Paul Merson said pre-match. He basically said that if Arsenal beat Fulham, he expected City to drop points following that game. And lo and behold, Merson's 8-ball seems to be true. I have to admit, as the first kind of weekend, I've had a bit of a disconnect from all of the football because my little boy was born last week on Tuesday and he's been in the hospital since. So yeah, couldn't make the Fulham match, unfortunately. I think probably the first league game that I've missed this season at the Emirates. But yeah, the 5 minutes I was able to tune into, I saw Saka's goal and then I saw Gyökeres' second. So probably the most valuable 5 minutes I could probably watch live, essentially. But tuned into Match of the Day and saw the highlights. It looked like we were purring again in terms of free-flowing attacking football. And as Zahid mentioned on the group afterwards, is it a simple case of just Saka being back into the team that's making us look better? But it's a mixture of parts, really. Like we had our borders back onto the pitch, in Eza being there, Saka being back there on the right, that front doom of three, as Arsenal fans adoringly call Noni, Gyök and Martinelli, seemed to be dismantled there because Trossard was on the left there. Califru was back at left back, and then I think importantly as well, a player that we've maybe rediscovered, Miles Lewis-Skelly, starting in midfield alongside Declan Rice. Quite a brave decision by Teta, as he called it, to be playing him there in that position. A 19-year-old, he was saying basically if it didn't work, then he would have got pelters. The league title could have been done and dusted with. But yeah, I think Arteta kind of alluded to the fact that maybe he was a bit dumb or stupid to not have tried it a bit earlier. But I think a lot of Arsenal fans have been asking for this. There was an opportunity, I think, in the Wigan game. Arteta was intending to try that MLS in midfield alongside Rice. and again, Calafiori got injured in that game, so he had to move MLS back to left back. But yeah, like 3 goals. It looked like we could have had more. Calafiori had a goal ruled out for offside. He hit the woodwork. I believe Gyökeres hit the woodwork as well in the second half. And yeah, that massive roar at half time from the fans, I think, you know, would have given the team a big boost. I think, especially this season, Arsenal has been getting a lot of pelters saying, you know, the anxiety from the crowd is affecting the players and all of this. But I think this performance kind of showed, if the team gives the crowd something to believe in, the crowd is going to respond. So yeah, please for them that they got that moment, and just hoping now, like with a semi-final approaching tomorrow, that could take us to our second ever UCL final. You know, it's all to play for, like absolutely all to play for.
Zahid, what do you think? Did you expect a bit more from Fulham? I mean, a lot of people, including Jamie Carragher, were bigging up this as the do or die fixture for Arsenal, and they were pretty seamless with their performance, no?
I mean, I was saying earlier, I think I was saying on Sunday, actually, speaking to some Arsenal fans, I was like, come on. Like, I wasn't expecting much from Fulham, to be honest. I mean, we beat them, you know, so they weren't going to put up much of a fight against Arsenal. I didn't think anyway. I expected Arsenal to win this game. And yeah, I mean, Arsenal seem to be returning to peak form at the right time. I mean, you got Saka back, like you were saying, yeah. Miles Lewis-Skelly, midfielder. He'd been playing in what was it, a right back position, left back. Yeah, so playing out of position, and obviously lost his place in the team, and being a Haylender and all that sort of stuff. There were rumours that he was potentially going to be up for grabs in the summer, and obviously I'm sure Arsenal fans weren't happy about that kind of stuff. So to see him playing in midfield, it was interesting to see, and it was a surprise, to be honest. I was surprised that, you know, Arteta was willing to make these kinds of decisions at this time of the season, and, you know, credit to him, he made the decision and it paid off. Yeah, I mean, clearly having Saka back in the team brings a lot of confidence for the rest of the team as well. I guess the team they know how to play, they know who they're playing with, they know who their first team is pretty much. Calafiori back as well, massive improvement to the team in that sense as well. He is, like one of my Arsenal supporting cousins described, as a unicorn. So yeah, massive improvement, and it's perfect timing, really. Like all your best players are coming. Obviously, you've lost Eze got injured, but was precautionary taken off, and he was playing. I mean, obviously Havertz is gone, but the fact that Saka's back, I think, is the main difference. He is pretty much like Arsenal fans love him to bits. He's like their child, basically, and I guess he clearly has a massive impact in the team. I mean, also in terms of Fulham and the impact they had, I mean, what is it? At least 2 former Arsenal players playing for Fulham. You got Emil Smith-Rowe, Bert Leno, and was it anyone else?
Alex Iwobi.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so they weren't really going to put up much of a fight, were they? But yeah, I mean,
Smith-Rowe had a good chance before he got injured to score. He was trying to score.
Right. But yeah, I mean, even Trossard seemed to have a good game as well. So although the goal, I think the assist that he got, it was a deflection. The cross was it was deflected off the defender, looped up somewhat to Gyökeres, and he scored. But yeah, man, I mean, I can't really make any complaints, man. Arsenal, when we were suspecting that they were looking rocky, they've clearly stepped out. They won 3-0. You know, the whole story about, you know, potentially coming down to goal difference and everything. I mean, Arsenal did their job, you know. So and obviously, as we will get on to, City didn't. But yeah, no, I mean, I can't really say anything negative about Arsenal, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to.
I just want to big up Gyökeres. he's been getting pelters left, right, and centre from Arsenal fans, non-Arsenal fans. You know, the was it Brock Lesnar memes, like all this sort of stuff against him, man. And I think it's
Got one.
What's that?
You forgot one.
Whatever it was, man. Whatever it was.
I'll give you a clue.
Go on, Ozzy.
Heads with Cockers, isn't it? How can you forget that one? Tammy would be like, oh, very funny, isn't it? By the way, I know you're bigging up Cockers here, but can I just big up your massive biceps? What's going on there, man? Deltoids FC, fam. What's man talking about? Guys, show us the guns. Law and order, yeah? Sorry.
Anyway. Anyway, I think York might have bigger guns than me, man, and yeah, all credit to him. Like, again, I didn't watch the full 90 minutes, but from what I heard, he was pressing, he was relentless. You know, he assisted for Saka's goal. He could have got more. You know, I think he's the most highest goal scoring forward outside of Erling Haaland. In the league right now, which, you know, it's nothing to be sniffed at. Like, some Arsenal fans were lamenting the fact we didn't get Sesko, or, you know, what if we had Ekitike and all this sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, and I said this before the season started, if we had a goal scorer who would have got us 15 league goals, that's job done for Gyökeres, because that's 15 goals we didn't have last season. And essentially it was to beat up on the smaller teams, where I think we drew 12 games last year, and, you know, the games like Forest, Sunderland, where he scored in, Leeds, you know, we weren't getting those goals last year, and he's made a difference to the team. And I mentioned this in previous pods as well. He gives the team a direction to play in, and that's all we can kind of hope for, really. And, you know, we've got maybe the biggest 3 weeks in our lives, the next 3 weeks as Arsenal fans, and we need him, and we need all the other players who also be getting pelters, Havertz included. You know, it's a big 3 weeks, and let's see if all our hopes and dreams can be accomplished.
It's been a crazy week, though, right? I think after today's victory, or a couple of days ago victory, I think tomorrow you guys will be a lot more confident as well. I mean, we'll get to the preview later, but I suspect you guys are a momentum team. You know, once you start winning a couple of games, you know, just you get a bit horny in it, as Van Gaal would say. You just kind of get wrong. I can't think of any other analogy.
I wonder why.
I just remember Van Gaal going, "No, Van Gaal's army." Oh, sex masochism. Yeah. And so, do you think Arsenal's probably it's theirs to lose now, right? More than anything, especially when City having drop points.
You know, I was just thinking. I hope now that Miles Lewis-Skelly has had his chance in the team again, he'll be a bit more humble this time with the chance that he gets, and he won't come out as cocky as he did last time. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
You do realize why he acted like that when he scored against Harden, right? Because he literally said, "Who the F are you?" to him. So hence why he nicked his celebration like that. Like it's all a bit of football banter. Like this whole thing about him being cocky, it's just tabloid racism, man.
Yeah, but like Haaland comes with pedigree, though, right? Like he's done stuff before.
Yeah, we beat
him. It's not like Haaland said that for no reason. He wouldn't just go. He didn't go to anyone else.
Yeah, he was at that moment in time in 2024. He was a 17-year-old on the pitch, and obviously, like there was a bit of handbags happening after the game at the Etihad. And he squares up to him saying, "Who the F are you?" Like he's some academy kid, literally hadn't made a single minute up until that match.
Yeah, you're just reiterating the point though. Like, who the F are you?
You know, academy kid. At that moment, and then the fact that he scored at the Emirates, like he was all within his right to give a little bit back to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, fair play, but I mean, if you're going to react, then people are going to react to that reaction regardless. But yeah, no, I just like it because
I'm saying this now. If it was Cole Palmer, if it was Phil Foden, if it was any of these,
I mean, we got to get onto. We got to get. Yeah, no. I think
like the reaction wouldn't be as visceral as that.
Yeah, no. For sure. I mean, we can talk about Cole Palmer today and Phil Foden, especially Cole Palmer. But yeah, no. I feel like yeah, fair play to Arsenal, man. Not really much. And then also, like, I guess if we're talking about Arsenal, we might as well talk about their performance in midweek as well. I guess if you want to talk about the Champions League performance,
you have my permission, my child.
Yeah, I mean,
go for
it. I was incredibly disappointed with Atletico's display in the first half. Like, they played within themselves. They didn't really have much to show. I mean, they came out in the second half. I think Griezmann hit the crossbar. They had plenty of chances in the second half to go on and win that game. I think that's an excellent result for Arsenal, getting out of that tie at 1-1, taking it back to the Emirates. I mean, it's all to play for, but Emirates is going to be absolutely rocking. I mean, I don't see... If I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be like, well, we've got nothing to lose. Like, it's all to play for. We're at home. We should go out and try and win this game. And I mean, obviously, Atletico have to. Yeah, both teams are going to have to go for it, right? No one's holding on to a lead or anything like that. So
Atletico did mess up though. Like, Lookman had such an easy chance in front of goal.
Oh my God, he had.
I can't believe I
he would have buried in previous games, or yeah, he had a shocker. So I mean, I don't know. I don't think he can do that again in the second leg. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Thoughts on the penalty that wasn't given? That was given and then taken away.
I mean,
I knew Arsenal fans would have a shit fit about it. So yeah, I was happy when it wasn't given.
Why don't you say what are your thoughts on it?
That's you, Danyaal, not me.
As far as I'm aware, my name isn't Uzi, but I was asking you.
I can't actually even remember. Was it just a slight touch of the hand or something?
No, I was referring to the Eza penalty that was given and then taken away.
I feel like the refereeing in that match, because of what happened the night before with PSG and Bayern, where a lot of these marginal, that kind of inconclusive decisions were given, I think they maybe might have been under pressure there. But when it was overturned, I wasn't surprised at the same time, because even I was a bit baffled when it was given the first time.
I don't know why it was overturned, because the referee gave it on the pitch, right? So I don't know what VAR would have told him to have a look at. Like, if you slow it down, I'm sure it looks worse than it did in real time anyway. So
there's two angles, right? The angle from behind where he clearly clips him probably wasn't shown to the ref, but the angle from the front where it looks like he got a nick of the ball or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I said it quite clearly. Like, the remit of VAR isn't to re-referee games. It's
true.
It's to eradicate clear and obvious errors. Mm-hmm. So once it was given, it shouldn't be taken away. For me, like, I think it would have been an incredibly soft penalty to give. But once it's given, I don't think it can be taken away. So in my mind, like, if Gabriel made that challenge, I would have been livid if that penalty was given. But if it was given, I wouldn't expect it to get taken away, because I can see the logic as to why it was given.
That was Simeone, bro. I mean, heard the commentators.
That's not even as
bad. And that's a good point, actually. It's a really good point. I honestly think the referee bottled it. He had the crowd on top of him. He had the referee. He had the Simeone literally, like, making hand gestures. Like, I think he was honestly intimidated. Yeah, it's a good point from Mo here. You can read it out, Dawg.
So Mo says, defo a pen. If it wasn't a pen, then Eze should have been booked for diving. Yeah, he should have been.
I mean, we're not even talking about the penalty handball that was given against Ben White.
Yeah,
I mean, you see, I could understand if the ball was on target, if the shot was on target. I don't know if it was the angle I was looking at it from, but it was going way off. Hit his foot, hit his shin, I think, bounced up and hit his hand. I mean, okay, it touches the hand inside the box, But I mean, even the one that was given at Bayern, I think that set the precedent for what was acceptable. And I know in the Premier League, we tend to suffer with worse refereeing decisions than we'll see shocking VAR decisions and refereeing decisions in the Premier League. We'll then watch midweek European football, and we'll see like the best refs of Europe refereeing European games, and we'll be like, well, I wish it was more like that in the Premier League. Like, look how well they're doing it in other leagues. But that was just, I don't know, man. Like, both those decisions are just shocking, man.
It was a horrible game, though. Honestly, I guess from the day before with the PSG Bayern game, but that was horrible. I looked at that and I thought, how are Arsenal even competing? Because
honestly, it's so unfair, disgusting, right? To like
disgusting football. I'm still talking. Disgusting. You can talk. Carry on, bro.
No, but like, and like, it's unfair to compare like two teams with kind of similar styles. That was a competitive match to what we saw on the Tuesday night. Like obviously that was a goal fest, but like, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean like there was good defending on show in that match.
It was just boring, that match, Arsenal Atletico.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't.
No, so I've got a stat here actually that there were more shots in the Atletico Arsenal game than there were in the PSG Bayern game. There were 29 shots in that game compared to 22 in the Arsenal game.
Yeah, that was Simeone like threatening the referees, isn't it, bruv?
And apparently, Manuel Neuer did not make a single save in that game, which is nuts.
There you are, man. Yeah, there you are. I
think the Arsenal
error as well. Yeah, it was a classic sort of UCL semi in a lot of ways. Questionable handballs, questionable refereeing decisions, a bit like a chess match. So yeah, so tomorrow will be really interesting, really interesting.
Do you guys want to discuss the PSG Bayern game? Because I feel like it would be odd to not discuss it, because that was a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead, say what you want to say, Ozzy.
That Luis Diaz goal was beautiful. I still don't understand how Liverpool got rid of him, because he was just beautiful. And even Harry Kane, like, you know, he did well. I mean, Jamie Carragher said that the winner of the UCL will be either one of those. And I'm just like, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see who goes through, man. I'd like Bayern to go through, and I want Harry Kane to win it because he's deserved it. But
do you want to say what you're about to say, Danyaal? You're gonna say who you prefer in the final? Is that what you're gonna say?
No. From a position of privilege, Danyaal, as a man supporting a team that's won plenty of UCLs, tell us who you prefer to have. As TT would say, no, we're not in the position today.
I was about to say I prefer Clarence Seedorf's take, which is
I knew you were going to mention that.
The only team who can actually defend and will probably win the UCL. That's what I was going to say. To be honest with you, like I think the attacking power of both PSG or Bayern, it's both frightening. It's a coin toss between both of them. Like that, whoever it is. To be honest with you, we beat Bayern in the league phase this season. We beat PSG in the league phase last season. It is what it is, man. Like you're gonna come across the best teams in UCL.
And then there's Arsenal.
Oh man, don't run us up, bro. Don't run us up.
I thought that game was just brilliant. That PSG Bayern game was why we watch football, why we grew up loving football as kids, why we call it the beautiful game, because I think we've become so starved of just attacking, free-flowing football that it was just so fun to watch. Like football in general is not necessarily always a high-scoring game. Like as a sport, it doesn't. It's very tactical. Do you know what I mean? So to see how that game ended up finishing, it was great to see. I mean, there was Kvaratskhelia goal where there was a double dummy for the ball to go to him. I mean, even before that, his run, the other goal that he scored, his sort of double feint on the Bayern defender to get past him. You were talking about Luis Diaz before, Ozzy. I mean, I think there was he was on like 80 grand a week when he was at Liverpool, and
Mm.
he was on I think he was on a long-term contract as well. So there was no impetus from the club to be like, why would we give him a new contract if he's on a long-term contract and we don't have to pay him that much? They were like, they decided to just cash in on him. And unfortunately, I mean, he was our most direct player that we had. So it was, yeah, I'm annoyed that we got rid of him. But, he was on low wages. The club didn't want to raise his wages. It was a shame, but it is what it is.
Most come in saying Elise for Ballon d'Or. I mean, if France win the World Cup, their squad depth is genuinely frightening. Just looking at the talent that's going. And the funny thing is, Elise's from, is it West London or somewhere? So he's actually British and he
He
chose
was
to
born
play
in
for
Hammersmith, wasn't he?
Yeah, so that's crazy. But just looking at their talent, France for this World Cup, I mean, I know it's a bit of a side chat, but I think France, Spain, and maybe Portugal probably look the strongest for me in the World Cup. But France's depth is unreal, man. Even I think Patrice Evra was saying there's probably no space for Elise in the squad. That's how stacked they are. But yeah, wild. I mean, it kind of reminded me of a France-Argentina game because the last couple of times we've seen France and Argentina play, it's just been back-to-back, end-to-end. But yeah, I can't even pick a winner. I have no clue who's going to go through. Whoever does go through, I'll still be disappointed because that should really be the final, in all honesty,
Hey, man, you know what? I've heard that, but the benefit of it being semi, you get to see it twice. So,
So this is a similar thing, the Liverpool-Barcelona game. There was, I mean, I think that year, was it Tottenham Inter Milan when who did Tottenham play where they were basically out, fans left the stadium and then they scored to win the game? I mean, there's been games leading up to the finals that have been better than the actual final. I mean, the final is always going to be, we're not necessarily blessed with great. It's always a tactical battle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And it's nervy. It's really nervy. Yeah.
Are you going to the semi, Danyaal, tomorrow?
Inshallah.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, how fun. Shall we discuss the Man United Liverpool game? We'll come to Zahid.
I mean, so I didn't watch the beginning of the game. I mean, once I knew that Isak was out, I was like, for goodness sake, man. Like there were I think I took it out of the thumbnail, but there was pictures on Twitter of Isak with Watsits for legs. And it's bloody true, man. Like what more? Like our team was so barren. Like, so we had no Isak, we had Gakpo up front, and we were playing our third choice goalkeeper. It was just like, goodness sake, man, honestly. And then we had to play Szoboszlai right wing. Well, that was how the formation started anyway. Florian Wirtz was on left wing. And it was just like, it's a joke, man. It was really frustrating to see. But I wasn't hopeful going into the game anyway because we were quite lacking in depth. I mean, I was talking all the talk in the WhatsApp groups beforehand. Like I wanted us to beat United so badly. But yeah, I mean, we had no Mo Salah, and that's his ground, that's his home ground. So so we were a bit lackluster to begin with. But I mean, seeing that we went down 2-0, I was like, what the actual fuck is going on in this game? Like how do we get back from this? And then when I saw, I mean, I can't really say much for the first goal, but I'm pretty sure the second goal shouldn't have stood because there was, I don't know how Sky Sports have the angle that show it coming off his fingertips, but VAR don't have that angle. Like, what the hell is going on? So yeah, I mean, that goal shouldn't have stood anyway. I think the first goal as well was a deflection off McAllister's back that took it in the other direction and the keeper couldn't get to it. So, I mean, I think both goals, we were hard done by in that sense. But credit where credit is due, man. I mean, the United midfield just kind of capitulated and disappeared. Like Casemiro had head loss basically. Szoboszlai went and scored and to make it 2-2. And yeah, I mean, Szoboszlai has been our best player this season by far. I mean, like, it's unbelievable. Like, how much he's done for the club this year. I mean, he's probably helped Kerkez as well. Like, maybe Kerkez would have been worse off had Szoboszlai not been there to help him transition into the team and everything. Robertson started the game. I think so. Kirkos came on about 55 minutes, 56 minutes. So Robert got his chance at Old Trafford. But yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, we were seeing the stats. There was like United, like since like 1845 or some nonsense. United hadn't lost when they've been like 2-0 up. And I was like, please, can this be the first game? Can we set the record? But it just wasn't meant to be, man. Kobe Mainoo got his goal. And you see his celebration after as well, after he scored. He was doing this, like people talking. I was like, all right, let's look. Yeah, okay. Let's see you do that consistently before you start trying to silence the doubters. But I mean, it's a big game. And I mean, if we'd won that game, it would have been level with United on points. Potentially, depending on the score, we would have gone above them. I mean, we're fighting for positions that don't make much difference, to be honest, especially with Villa capitulating, absolutely capitulating. Unai Emery from going to potentially winning. Yeah, anyway, well, I guess we can cover Villa and your favourite manager, Unai, later if you want, Danyaal. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't meant to be. It was kind of there wasn't much at stake for that game anyway. But I mean, listen, if we finish in the club have already said that we're not getting rid of him. If he finishes in Champions League positions and the club choose to invest, which they're going to have to in the summer, we're going to stick with him regardless of what I think about whether he stays or not. But thanks for the question, Mo.
I don't understand why he's being scrutinised though, because I remember Danyaal.
The fall off. If you see the goal, like if you see the number of goals we scored this season compared to last season, if you look at all the stats from last season to this season, like Carragher said this best as well, that Liverpool play their best football when they're pressing, and that's the kind of football we need to play, and that's the kind of. I mean, Slot's tried to change the team's tactics, with the players he's brought in and the change of philosophy as the last year compared to this year, or this year compared to last year, but it's just not been effective enough. And maybe it's like a whole learning curve transition. I mean, we've been absolutely railroaded with injuries as well this season. Yeah. So it's new players, transition, blah blah blah, losing players, whatever. We've repeated it too many times. But I mean, next season he doesn't. If things don't go well, he's just got no legs to stand on, really. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Yeah, like Isak, literally.
Was that Danyaal was even saying about Slot during the season? Oh yeah, it's the worst performance to start. I mean, he won the league last year, finishing top 4 this year. I mean, I guess it's not too bad, eh? I mean, next season will be crucial because there'll be no Salah, right? So
yeah, we have to.
It's just
he's unfairly scrutinised. That's the thing.
No, it's not. It's not unfair. Like
unfair. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. What kind of bullshit does Arteta come out with his donkey dentures?
Can I talk?
Headed shrimp.
Can I talk?
Sorry.
At the end of the day, right, when a title-winning team invests heavily, almost £450 million worth of talent, re-signing Virgil van Dijk to a 300k contract, re-signing Mo Salah to a 300k contract, spending money, £80 million on Ekitike, spending £150 million on Vert, spending 130 on Isak. You expect a higher rate of return. Like all of the pundits' predictions for the season was that Liverpool were going to walk this league. We're going to walk this league. If you look at some of the early tweets back in August, it was, Isak and Verts haven't clicked into gear, and we've already beaten Arsenal, Newcastle, and XYZ. So it's not without reason for him to be criticised. And even when he steadied the ship, style of play was also being criticised because was it like 11 games worth of draws or something like that? Zahid would be able to say better. So it's not without reason for the criticism. But it is what it is, right? Like he has credit in his bank for winning the league last season, for sure.
Wait, did you say 11 draws with Slot?
I don't know what it was. He went on an unbeaten run in from January or something onwards.
It
was the worst unbeaten run. There was more draws than wins in that unbeaten run, for sure.
Well, according to Arsenal fans, isn't it? That's worth celebrating, isn't it? Invincible run. Isn't it, Danyaal? He's like, bro, leave me alone, man. Shut up, innit, dog?
If they won
Makes
if
me
they
happy.
won the league with it, you can celebrate it. But
Well, did you see with
otherwise you can't celebrate it.
Mourinho's Benfica, right? They're second, and I think they've gone invincible, but it's likely they'll go invincible, but they still haven't won the league. But yeah.
Yeah.
Zaid, how do you? I mean, if you were to summarize this entire season, there's
Fortunately,
3
we did
games
win the league
left.
when we went invincible.
Sorry, what happened?
And unfortunately for you, we did win the league when we went invincible. So
That was 23 years ago, by the way. Yeah.
But,
I never had this much chest hair, bro. Back then, it was just like a little wimp.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you're born with chest hair.
Bruv, how you dissing me, blood, didn't it, bruv? When you used to have your neck bare, didn't it, bruv? You missed out the rest of it.
You're born with pubes, man. Come on.
You walked around like you were rubbing your head on like a barbershop floor, bruv. How dare you try and violate me, bruv? How would you summarize the season?
Oh, you look like you should be flipping selling laddus on the corner in Lahore.
Great, bruv. You want some of these?
In Jenin.
Yeah, but I'd much rather have laddu than vada pav, innit, bruv? Saruche, kimchi, bruv. What is this? What is this Bombay mix, bruv? This is flipping rat food, bruv. How dare you, bruv?
Where's the Lahore mix? It doesn't exist, bro. You lot can't do snacks.
What are you talking about? Bruv, we've got 21 species of biryani, bruv. Sit down, all right? Have your sponge in it, whatever that yellow
The best
sponge is,
biryani
yeah?
comes from India, yeah?
Huh?
The best biryani comes from India.
That's
Mauritius, bro. Mauritius.
Don't you dare try and...
Oh, shut up with your banana food, man.
Have some Mauritian biryani, man. Or both of you will shut up, bro.
Biryani,
Honestly.
bruv. Is it broken like your language, broken
Finish.
French? Yeah? How dare you try that rubbish review?
Game over, bro. It's game over.
Some Creole seasoning or some shit.
Zaid, 3 games left. How would you summarize the season for Liverpool? Like, are you kind of happy where you've ended up? Still at one stage, you know, getting top 5 wasn't even a conversation point, and now you're looking okay-ish. I mean, happy at the end or still a bit pissed off?
So with winning this, with winning the league last season and the transfer window that we had, the standards expected by Liverpool fans were very, very high. We expected to retain the title. We expected to have a run in the Champions League, maybe even win the Champions League. So for where we've ended up this season, it's just been absolute. It's brought us back down to earth, really. That, you know, when shit hits the fan, it really hits the fan. And like we've already discussed this season, you know, Salah had an incredible season last year. Not to say he hasn't done that for 9 years straight, with this being his first real drop-off season. But yeah, I mean,
man, like the numbers he was hitting before January was insane. Like I don't think he'd ever hit it, like those numbers ever, like before that. Like he had amazing seasons before, but honestly, he went completely nuclear. It was a Salah league, man. As much as we would like to diss it as the PGML league, it was a Salah league last year.
I mean, it was more. I mean, it was more than just Salah. Obviously, we did not have a DM. Gravenberch was reinvented as a DM, and he managed to stay fit the whole season. You know,
your whole squad did. That's been a big difference between last season and this season as well.
I think we did have some injuries, but nothing.
They were minor, right? They weren't. It wasn't like Saka. It wasn't like Saka being out for 3 months. Like your main players being out for a long period. Like players might have missed a game or here or two, but like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look, listen.
Availability is the best ability, right?
Yeah, things like, you know, that we talk about, you know, things happen, you know, it's like almost like it's destiny for this and that to happen and it to go your way, like it's just meant to be, like people say it's meant to be, you know, it's just that kind of thing. So yeah, that's how it was last season, and I'm not complaining. I mean, this squad, the Virgil van Dijk has got 2 Premier League titles and the Champions League, you know, so has Salah. So yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I watched snippets from Salah's interview that he had with Steven Gerrard, and there were things that he mentioned in that show how much of a leader he is. Like he was talking about how when he arrived, no one was turning up before training. People would stay after training, but no one would turn up before training, and start, you know, start doing drills and whatnot. And he sort of set that standard. And he was saying how when he leaves, he's spoken to people at the club already, and he wants to maintain that standard. There's clips of Kirkes banging the gong or whatever in the training room, just being an idiot. And then Van Dijk walks in and he like puts everything down, stops being an idiot, and he like toes the line and he trains professionally. Like there's leaders in that club that we're going to lose, and Salah is one of them. I mean, you hear about, he spoke about Henderson as well, and how Henderson didn't get a proper send-off at Liverpool, and how he's going to be there the last game of the season. Like, he thinks about all this sort of stuff. And not only are we losing an incredible footballer, but we're losing a leader in the team as well, someone who's been there, done that. And set a standard that probably no one at the club in this current squad will reach the standard that he set consistently for 9 seasons. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a massive loss. But it's just football moves on, you know. So it's just what happens. But yeah, I think that's enough to talk about Liverpool.
I was going to say, any potential players you can see replacing Salah in the market that you think would be good for Liverpool?
I have no idea who's. I mean, I'm going to say, let's see what happens at the World Cup. There's going to be so many players that are talked about and available who are going to hit form during the World Cup that I'll hold back to say anything. I mean, players that who are going to the World Cup that might be linked to Liverpool, that might get injured. So I'll hold back saying anything until after the World Cup.
Danyaal, shall we discuss Man City Everton? Because that obviously impacts the greatest team ever, which is your team, Arsenal.
I was coming back from the hospital. When I checked the score, City were beating Everton. So I got a massive disconnect from that game. So to see it as a draw, I mean, if you asked me before the match, would you take a draw? I would have bit your hands off from it. But I heard that Michael Oliver graciously allowed his favourite team in blue and white an extra 2 minutes to get an equaliser. But yeah, like it is what it is. It puts the title race firmly back into Arsenal's hands. I think, yeah, again, I mentioned it before the game, but at the start of this pod, but what Paul Merson said is probably coming to fruition right now. Like the pressure of being 6 points clear, the pressure of trying to play at a tough away ground like Everton, was obviously a lot. And I do believe with them having an FA Cup final coming up, that they'll drop points further. I think even if we happen to not beat West Ham on Saturday, and obviously the world would come crashing down if that was to happen from an Arsenal point of view. But I think City will still drop points. The fact they got Palace at some point, they've got Bournemouth sandwiched between the FA Cup tie. I'm hopeful. Villa as well, yeah. Well, they've got Villa on the last game of the season, and if Villa hopefully get knocked out by Forest on Thursday of the semi-final, then they have to play their first team against Manchester City. He can't be rotating, he can't be resting players as much as he loves the Europa League. So I'm the biggest Forest fan on Thursday. I think all Arsenal fans are Forest fans on Thursday for 2 reasons. Obviously for him basically gifting Tottenham 3 points yesterday by resting seven first teamers, and of course the fact that, you know, he would want Champions League football. Villa need Champions League football to kind of keep the project going as well. So yeah, let's see, man. Let's see. Did you watch the City match, Dawg?
No, I didn't. I didn't realize they were playing today until I think it was included in the agenda. I'm a bit surprised with City, I guess, but somebody else mentioned, I think I read an article that said that with the fixtures being changed around, I think there's 11 games now, 4 games in 11 days for City. Out of the blue, that just sort of popped up. But I don't know. I kind of feel like now it's pretty clear cut for Arsenal. It'll be the bottle of the century if they don't seal this now. It would be generally. Come on, man. Like, they just need to win.
Wasn't it in City's hand? Wasn't it City's title to lose after they beat us? Like this bottle of the century nonsense. Like we're going to take it to the last game of the season. We haven't won a league for 22 years.
It shows, by the way. You see the response he just gave us like, oh, what are you really boys? Don't worry, Danyaal. It's Friday, man.
there's no talk of City bottling it today. Like, come on.
Oh, they did, yeah. They did bottle it. But, you know, it's unlike them. It's very Arsenal of them. As a matter of fact, I think they're trying to change the definition. I think they're trying to make the word Arsenal now be associated with panicking or bottling or even like a mental illness. Like, you know, my cousin fell down recently. He's been rendered completely Arsenal. You know, that sort of thing. They're just trying to... Oh, my cousin's not feeling very well. He's doing an Arsenal before the exam. You know, that kind of stuff. So trying to take... If you actually start winning leagues and titles and Champions Leagues, the bottle moves away. I'm sorry, Danyaal. Don't worry, man. If Arsenal win, I'll consider like sucking up to you.
I mean,
I was getting scared there, bro.
fucking what?
Oh man, Zahid, sorry, you were saying something.
I see why you were complimenting Danyaal earlier about his guns.
Straight, innit, bro?
I see where you're getting.
I just watched this film recently called Magazine Dreams with Jonathan Majors and Mike O'Hearn's in it. You know that guy? Dun, 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 baby, don't worry. You remember that really hench guy? And there's a scene in the film where he says to the main guy, he's like, do you want to touch my abs? And I'm like, yeah, bro, why not? No Diddy, by the way. Should we move on to predictions then, yeah?
Oh, I was just going to say about the City game. City, we said City have a more difficult running than Arsenal do. And we said that from before the Arsenal City game. But yeah, I mean, Arsenal were not in form going into that game. And City won that game. And it appeared that City had the momentum. That game was supposed to be the defining game. But like I said as well, like I think Arsenal fans made it out to be a bigger game than it needed to be. Because even if you lost that game, you were still level on points technically, right? You weren't necessarily second. So, I don't know, man. I guess it's just David Moyes. It's Everton at home on a Monday night. Like Arsenal have already won convincingly. They're 6 points clear. Yada, yada, yada. And I don't know, man. City just capitulated. I mean, I was obviously going...
Can hear that disappointment in your voice, Side.
Yeah, I was so disappointed. There was a still. There was they cut to Guardiola after Everton went 2-1 up, and he was drinking from his water bottle. And I was just waiting for people to put memes up of him drinking flipping City tears and all that.
Did you see the Asian guy who had the Arsenal bottle?
Yeah, he had the bottle in his.
Already in his pocket, man. It's like,
you know, honestly,
come on, man. Like,
you done it once. How many times you got to do it? Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Claim to fame and all that. But anyway, I mean, yeah, obviously City had to go for it, so they were more open at the back and blah blah blah. I think even with the fact that they were more open at the back, I think Kusanov had a shocker regardless. But Gahey really stepped up, man. Some real important last ditch defending. There was a moment when Ndiaye just completely twisted and bamboozled Bernardo Silva, left him for dead. And Gahey came in with the last ditch challenge and put it out for a corner. So, yeah, mad game. And obviously, Doku goes and scores the equaliser. So City managed to save a point. Whether that is going to be a defining point in the season, I mean, we've only got a few games to go. What's his name? Alan Shearer was saying on the Rest is Football podcast that he was like, before this game week, he was like, I think there's more twists and turns still from both teams. I don't think it's clear cut. I don't think it's over yet. I don't think both teams are going to win every game leading up to the end of the season. So, and it's come to fruition. It's happened. So,
and
I don't know. Let's see.
It's going to be really hard, man. Like the fact they're actually in the drop zone now, at home at the London Stadium, like it's not going to be easy at all. Like especially if we've, would have spent all our energy. If we have to go to extra time or whatever tomorrow, like it's not going to be easy at all to go to London Stadium on I think Sunday 4:30. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough smash, man. Really tough.
Yeah, no, I mean Carragher was saying this in a video I was watching. It was like all of a sudden, like teams that are fighting to try and get out of relegation suddenly like start playing like Brazil or something, like start playing total football. And it's like, where has this been all season? Like you're about to go down, and now you start to play football again. And obviously, West Ham got battered 3-0 on, was it Friday night? I think
Saturday, 3 p.m.
Oh, early game. But yeah, I mean, and then Tottenham go and win 2-0 at Villa.
2-1.
I mean, 2-1. Sorry. And it's just like, God, man. Let's see what happens with West Ham. I don't know if I mean it's.
You can look forward to Robertson wearing a Spurs shirt as a result.
I bloody hope not, man. But I mean, in years gone by, Arsenal playing West Ham at the Bowl Inn was absolute. That was a tough one, but at the London Stadium, I mean, it's just we'll see what happens. I mean, West Ham as the club's owners and everything, they're capitulating as it is. Like Karen Brady's left, and all this stuff has come out about the injunction, allegedly, anyway.
It's not all bad news, then, yeah.
before you get sued, Zahid.
Yeah, allegedly.
And by the way, Danyaal, can you just tell your Arsenal friends to stop slagging me off, because I'm ready to celebrate when you guys do win.
I know what we're going to use that for. Gooning.
Why do you think I keep name dropping Yasmin Akana, bruv? Do a collab with me, innit? Dad, I found a wife. She's everybody's wife. Danyaal, why are you shaking your head for? Why do you know who she is for? Right, let's do some predictions then, yeah? Okay, tomorrow's game. Danyaal.
I think we go through 2-1.
90 minutes or extra time?
I think in extra time. Unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, I do think we'll go through.
Zahid?
I think Arsenal will win like 2-1 maybe. I expect Arsenal to win that game. I don't think Simeone's got enough tricks up his sleeve. Unless they actually play like they played in the second half from the beginning of the game, then that's a different story.
Unfortunately.
The difference was obviously in the first leg, where they actually played well. They switched to a 5 at the back, so we didn't adapt to Simeone's tactics. We didn't react quick enough. So I think that was the difference, and I think maybe this time the team and Arteta will be a bit more prepared for that.
Unfortunately, I think Arsenal will win tomorrow. I reckon you guys will win 2-1 in extra time.
Yeah, you know, like if we don't go and win, like if this all comes to fruition and we happen to lose the final, I'd rather get knocked out at this stage. the irony of it, because obviously the heartbreak of losing a final is worse than the semi. So
yeah, Danyaal, repeat after me, inshallah.
I don't know, man. Don't you feel like if you get to the final, then that will give you incredible momentum going through in the league phase for the rest of the season?
Yeah, for sure. The league. Yeah, for sure. That will give the club such a boost, the fans such a boost. I think it would. Yeah, I think you're right.
But then my only worry about the final, if Arsenal go through, if they play PSG, I'm just wondering, will it end up like the Inter Milan final? Will they capitulate, or will they actually be able to keep their shit together? That's the only thing. Because Inter Milan were pretty good that last season, leading up to the final. You know, they looked good as well. You know.
I think sometimes we talk up teams to try and get the game to be interesting. Do you know what I mean? And try and drum up interest in the game, or we sort of fall into the hype. But I mean, let's see what happens. I think Arsenal are more wily customers than Inter Milan were anyway. But I don't know. Let's see if they get through first, isn't it?
Wednesday, Bayern PSG. Zahid, you first.
So part of me was thinking that it surely can't be the same way it was in the first leg, because it's just it's never usually like that, right? Like the first leg is like, you know, it's a free for all, whatever. The second leg is the sort of the more important leg. You have to win that game, but PSG play that way, and Bayern play that way. They play attacking football and they leave themselves open at the back. So I expect it to be a similar game. I don't see either of the managers changing their mentality for the second leg because they're so invested in that style of play and they believe in it so heavily. I mean, look, they're both successful in the league, in both of their respective domestic leagues. So why would they change the way that they play? So yeah, I think it's going to be another goal fest.
Danyaal?
I don't think it'll be a goal fest this time. I was more inclined to agree with what Zahid was saying at the beginning of his statement, that the first leg is a bit of a free hit. And I think, again, the analysis and the coaches of both teams would have watched the game back, that would have looked at what they did wrong. I think it'll be a bit more of a chess match in some ways. But doing it wrong, like there'll be goals, but like maybe like a 2-2, and then one of the teams going into like winning it in extra time or pens. I think it'll be 2-2, and I think Bayern will go through on penalties or extra time, one of the two.
I think PSG will win the game 3-2.
I reckon it'll be 3-3. I think Bayern will come out straight through the gates, knowing that they're 1-0 down, only 1-0 down, so they'll be quick cover that deficit. And yeah, thank you, Mo. Hakimi has been ruled out, which is a massive difference. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm hoping for a goal fest. Funny enough, I think.
Hence why I think Bayern will go through. And
funny enough, though, I think tomorrow's game, Arsenal, it could also be a goal fest. I can just see Arsenal absolutely tearing Atletico a new one after half time. That'll be 1-0 going into half time. Then
inshallah, it'll be nice to finally have a stress-free watch.
So Danyaal, repeat this after me. I stuck for a lot. All right, let's go to Saturday. Zahid, Liverpool, Chelsea.
I mean, did you see the Chelsea match today? Oh my goodness. What? I mean,
yeah, Chelsea.
Wow. I'm speechless, honestly. Like Chelsea were horrendous, man. I mean, even Cole Palmer, that you can tell when a player has absolutely no confidence, man. And that penalty, just if you look at the penalties that were scored in, like, if you compare to like the penalties that were scored in the Arsenal Atletico game, and you see the penalty that Cole Palmer took, like, it was just pathetic, man. And I mean, Nottingham Forest again playing like, playing that Nottingham Forest of previous seasons. Like, where's this come from now?
2-time UCL winning to Nottingham Forest. 2 times was
insane, honestly. But
Danyaal, your prediction, or Zahid? Sorry, you didn't.
Sorry, yeah. So I'd say Liverpool. I think we win 2-0.
Danyaal.
Who's at home?
Liverpool.
2-1, just because Liverpool.
Because Liverpool can't defend.
Yeah, we'll have a creek there, so I think 2-1.
I'll skip the Sunderland United game. It's immaterial, to be honest. United sealed the bag.
Yeah, you've got yourself football now, so it's all done.
City Brentford though, that'll be an interesting game. Danyaal, what are your predictions for that?
City Brentford. They'll beat them, unfortunately.
Brentford or City?
No,
they're playing first, right? So there's they'll have, I mean, somewhat less pressure on them, and they have to respond to the game against Everton, right?
Yeah. And they're at home. If it was at Brentford, the GTEC,
it'd be a different story.
If it was at the GTEC, I would expect them to draw or even lose. But at the Etihad, although saying that, I remember a couple of seasons ago, Brentford nicking a 1-0 win on the last minute from Ivan Toney.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
But no, I think they'll beat them. I think it'll be like a 2-1.
Zahid?
I think they'll win 2-0, maybe 3-0. Or maybe they'll be like Igor Thiago might get a goal. But
I'm seeing 2-1 as well.
Hence why I thought a 2-1, yeah.
I'm seeing 2-1, but I just don't know to who. I can see Brentford stealing it at the last minute for some reason.
Inshallah.
You're learning, well done. And then Sunday, of course, at 4:30, which is Asr time, or just before Asr, West Haram versus another Haram team. Zahid, what are your predictions for that?
I mean, there's what I would like to happen and what will probably happen. I think what I would like to happen is for West Ham to win the game. Or actually, no, what I would love to happen is West Ham to draw with Arsenal 2-2. But what will probably happen is West Ham will show us why they're fighting for relegation, and they'll probably lose like 3-0.
Danyaal?
I don't think they'll lose 3-0. I think we win, but it's either going to be a nervy 1-0 horrible win or like a 2-1. If we can, and I think it all depends on what happens tomorrow in some ways. Like if we can get through, then I think we will maybe beat them quite well, like a nice comfortable 2-0. But yeah, it all depends on what happens tomorrow.
If this was a couple of seasons back, I would have said maybe a 2-2. I think Arsenal's going to batter West Ham 3-1. I can just see the thumbnail of Rice going like that on Sky Sports. You know, just like with the sun shining in the background. You know, just I think Arsenal will have it in the bag. Yeah.
Was it last season that Rice kind of capitulated?
At home.
Was that at West? That was at the Emirates.
Yeah, it was at the Emirates.
Interesting.
And
I mean, that does add a dynamic to it, but I'm sure he's got over that by now.
It's interesting because the season before he scored 2 goals at the London Stadium, and I think they actually beat us in that season as well at home, where they beat us 2-0. But
is that when Saka missed the penalty, by the way?
No. You're thinking of our first title charge. We drew that match. Yeah.
With the yellow kit, right? The away kit.
No. The black kit.
Oh yeah, that was a nice kit, man.
Yeah.
Shame about the team. Is that the kit you're wearing right now? Or is it the goalkeeper's kit?
No, this is a premium Balmain Paris edition.
Wait, did you just like stitch over the PSG
Premium
logo with the
Balmain.
Arsenal one, yeah?
You just say Balmain, not premium Balmain. God, man.
Wait, did you go down to Ridley Road Market to get that done, yeah? Yeah, do it now, the tosser. I know you did it, but you stole that from Sports Direct, didn't it, bruv? It was probably on clearance, isn't it?
Straight from Mauritius, man.
Yeah, typical, isn't it, bruv? He's like, yeah, come and try biryani afterwards, isn't it? I think this time next week, then, y'all, you'll be loving it. You guys would have won the Premier League by then. Trust me.
I hope you're right.
I hope I'm wrong, but yeah.
If City were to lose and Arsenal to win, what would that make?
That's it.
I don't think so. We'd have 2 games. left.
So
only Palace.
we have the game in hand still, right? They still have
They still have a game in hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just quickly talk about the relegation battle? Because I think it's beautiful right now. Tottenham 17th, West Ham 18th.
It was beautiful before they played.
Sorry?
It was beautiful before both teams played.
I mean, Tottenham's got Leeds on Monday.
Huge game. Huge.
Yeah.
Massive.
Ideally, I would like both of them to have gone down, but West Ham kind of going down is a nice slap in the face for the owners who moved the stadium away from Boleyn to London Stadium. I'm so pissed off about that. Honestly, the area had so much more charm when they were there. You know, just seeing hardcore racists go to a curry house afterwards was just a beautiful sight. You know, now they obviously go to all these, you know, bougie pie and mash shops in Hackney Wick. Just doesn't have the same feeling. What are your thoughts? Who's going down? Tottenham or West Ham?
I think, as much as I would like to see Tottenham go down, I think West Ham will go down.
Danyaal?
So for Spurs, it's Leeds, Chelsea. I don't know who their last game is. Who's their last game?
Good question.
Can you bring it up?
Oh my goodness. Everton.
At home or away?
They are at home, Tottenham. So home against Leeds, away Chelsea.
And then, so obviously, what West Ham have us on Sunday, and then who do West Ham have us?
They are away at Newcastle, then at home to Leeds. Last game of the season.
Away at Newcastle, home to Leeds. Yeah, West Ham are going down.
You don't think Chelsea will spoil the party and send Tottenham home like they tend to do every year?
I think Chelsea will probably beat Tottenham, but I just can't see West Ham getting a result at Newcastle.
There was this thing about there was that season where Tottenham beat Chelsea to stop them. What was it to stop them?
Yeah, 2016 with 2-2. It was 2-2 and Hazard scored that curler.
Chelsea,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Chelsea drew with Spurs to stop winning the league.
Yeah. So
typical John Terry fighting everyone afterwards.
Chelsea could beat them to send them down potentially.
I was thinking exactly that. You know,
Rory Jennings was saying like that would be the best day ever. Like regardless of how crap Chelsea have been, if they can send Tottenham to the Championship, it'll be like a party anyway.
It's ironic for Rory Jennings to say that because whenever he's not on TV, it's the best day ever as well. Yeah. That guy's an EastEnders actor, bruv. He's not from the East End, is it, bruv? He's from some like posh estate somewhere.
Ricky, innit?
Is it Ricky? Everyone's called Ricky in EastEnders, isn't it? Yeah, brilliant, man. But yeah, interesting times. I thought West Ham were doing quite well up to a certain stage, so I'm surprised they've kind of started to lose it a bit. I just got a message from Zahid saying, let's wrap it. I'm glad you asked that. Do rocks or Magnum? Just kidding.
The Arsenal scarf.
Say that again.
The Arsenal scarf.
The Arsenal scarf. Goon.
That's it. We're done.
All right, thank you.
What are you saying about Astaghfirullah?
I know, it's fine. I'm going to pay the 100 later. All right, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed the stuff that we're doing, we do this every Monday. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. It's a good night for me. It's a good night from Danyaal. It's a good night from Zahid. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Sasri akal. Namaskar. Kemcho. Saruche.